another Abzan off, I guess, as both players get started with a basic apiece.
No tap lands for either player, but Dallas does play the Devotee on turn 2, so we'll have all the mana issues covered. Curious if Dallas has one of his plentiful 3 mana rares in hand.
Enoch Wayfarer finds 2 lands and an Anafenza.
Probably the Swamp.
Yeah, I would think so.
Probably not too happy that the Anafenza got milled. It's been extremely impressive for Hron over the last couple rounds.
It's such a good gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh no, my board died. Oh no, it's back.
Yeah, the flash on that card is just so devastating.
It's really sweet. I can't remember now, but the Kuldheim rare that's also 3 mana flash. It's like protection from gods. I don't remember what it's called, but it kind of gives me those vibes.
Mm-hmm. All right, so not as impressive of a start here, and actually the Wayfarer just completely brickwalling these 2/1s here. So Hron will have the time to kind of develop his board here for now.
Oh, a Whale of War on that board would be sick.
Yep.
Tomb Guard the follow-up here, so better 3-drop.
Yep. And if Hron can find some way to put counters on his creatures, of course, that's going to go really, really well with the Tomb Guard. Oh, we're getting aggressive here. Is that synchronized charge? Getting in, putting 2+1/+1 counters and creatures, and it's got Harmonize.
Yeah. I'm give him the Trample too. Yeah, Trample and Vigi.
Trample and Vigilance until end of turn, so he can make a pair of 3/2s, and it's just a pretty free attack here.
Yeah.
And then you can potentially Harmonize as well after you attack.
Oh, that's
and
gross.
what's Hron going to do? Trade with the Tomb Guard? I don't think you want to do that, so.
Ew.
It's got Vigilance.
Vigi.
It's got Vigilance.
Untap it.
Thank
you.
There you go.
Good job.
That is really relevant here.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, being able to do that again afterwards and just make these things massive.
4/3s. And Hron actually choosing to block here.
Fair.
Will Dallas use something like a Snakeskin Veil to save the creature?
That doesn't bode well for what's in his hand then, right?
If he's considering using the Snakeskin Veil here?
No. For the
Hron?
Yeah, the Tomb Guard.
Well, yeah, Hron could just not have a +1/+1 counter thing and just kind of go about it that way.
Yeah, I mean, like, if we had to rank these Abzan decks. Oh, boy. Okay.
All right, we're getting aggressive. We have a pair of Prowess creatures in play. For 2 mana to make 2 1/1 Prowess creatures, that's still excellent. And it goes well with Synchronized Charge.
Yeah.
You trigger the Prowess, you turn them into 3/3 Prowess Vigilance creatures until the end of turn. Very, very good.
Dragonback Lancer hits the board here.
Yeah, not the best blocker here. So Synchronized Charge here, but doesn't have the ability to Harmonize unless you tap down one of your creatures here.
Yeah. Not really massive, because it's 5.
You could tap the Devotee, honestly, if that's what you want to do. Tap the Devotee, pump both the monks, because you don't want to turn the Devotee into a 4/3 and then attack, because then Hron can still block with the Lancer, right?
Yeah.
So you might as well just make a pair of Prowess creatures, and it looks like that's what he's doing here.
Yep. That's what he's doing. Harmonize, so that'll exile the card.
Yep. 2 counters. You want to exile the card from the graveyard. Yeah, and a pair of 3/3 Vigilance Prowess tokens here with Trample, and Hron probably just going to take the 6 here. I suppose there is a world where he does just block, but man, if Dallas has an instant of some kind, remember he was tanking on that potential Snakeskin Veil, that would be really big.
Yeah, that will hurt.
Oh.
Double block? No, that's not attacking.
Though considering block, you could double block to play around Snakes. No, you can't play around Snakeskin Veil.
No, because +2/+2.
Ooh, piercing exhale. Oh, and they both they're both 4/4s now. You trample over for 7 damage. So Hron goes down to 10.
Owie. Yep.
Yep, and loses his entire board. Wow.
This ain't going well. Goodness me. Dallas has just delivered all the beats, found all the interaction necessary, and has Michael Hron down to 10. So Michael's going to be scrambling now to try and get back into this.
Yeah. If Dallas can just find any instant or sorcery, any kind of instant to pump up those Prowess tokens, it's going to put Hron It's going to make it really, really difficult here for Hron. And also, Dallas, if he somehow runs out of things to do, you still have that Absent Devotee in the graveyard that you can get back and replay if you can find the second black source.
It's like deja vu all over again. Solid Devotee and Champion of Dusan.
Yeah. But the thing is, if you're Dallas, you're just happy attacking with everything here anyways. Hron probably still needs to block. Oh, my gosh.
What? Static Snare
That's gross. So now they're all 3 power creatures now. Hron's still going to block one of these.
Yeah. Is it better to get one of the prowess creatures
I think so. They're harder to play around.
Yeah. It's just way trickier to deal with.
And you can get back the devotees, so. And they're all 3 power creatures anyway, so.
The Absent Devotee.
Yeah. What did he block?
I don't know.
So he takes 6 damage here. Oh, he did block the devotee. Okay.
All right.
So he still took 6, and he's now at 4. Does he have anything else?
And you can bring that devotee back at any time.
Oh, so he's got the dragon there in hand. So that's a nice way to either trigger prowess if you want, or you can just play it to pump one of your creatures and have a dragon in play. So a lot of options, and Hron down to 5 life here. And like you said, perfect timing here just to get back the devotee here, end of turn.
Yeah.
Next turn, you can even double spell, right? You go devotee, also make a 2/2 token if you want, trigger double prowess, and then you have 4 creatures in play.
Good grief. Loxodon Battle Priest with no friends.
You can't target itself.
It can't?
It can't target itself, so that's important if the judges look. I believe it definitely pumps other creatures. So I don't know if the judges can see that, but
yeah, that's another creature for sure.
Let's remove that counter from the Battle Priest if possible.
Yeah.
All right, so what can Dallas do? He can trigger 1 prowess and get Hron down to 2, but he would lose a creature if that's what he chooses to. He can also just play the flyer, right, because that's a 2-turn clock in of it by itself. You can actually attack with both creatures now, throw 1 away, get Hron down to 3 so that the dragon's actually a lethal attack next turn.
The judges getting in there, taking a look at the Loxodon Battle Priest.
Yep.
Thank you, judges.
Yep. I mean, I just assumed this was a Luminarch Aspirant too when I first read it. I just thought, oh, I guess you just put a counter on anything, but I guess they made it a little bit weaker.
Still pretty strong, though.
Yeah, still very solid. Yeah, it definitely does. But I love this sequencing from Dallas, putting himself in position to win with 1 attack here, even though you're throwing away a creature.
Yeah, no. If you can get your opponent close to dead, you want to set yourself up to get lethal in the next attack.
So can Hron find a flyer or a removal spell? Because I feel like this is kind of an all-in maneuver here from Dallas, because he did lose that creature. So if Hron can kill the flyer, he's in pretty good shape. Yeah. He's in okay shape. I mean, he's at 3 still, but...
I mean, we saw him come back from 3 in the previous rounds.
Yeah. He did. Oh, and he has a Dragon's Prey. Now, that is a 5-mana spell, so he can't actually play anything else. And there's a bunch of Snakeskin Veils in Dallas's deck. I think you want to just fire it off now.
Yeah, before he draws.
He's got 2 in his deck. If he finds a Snakeskin Veil here, oof.
I think you maybe want to do it now.
Yeah, you want to do it in response to Sirach for sure.
Tap 5.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, it resolved.
It resolved, but that Sirach is still a lot, and the Dallas can also play another 2-1 this turn.
Yep.
And that would also still represent a lethal attack here. So Hron does need to continue adding to the board here.
Yep. Need bodies or removal. Oh boy. Corroding Dragonstorm. Just take 2.
Wow, it is. And you get to surveil, and you're down to 1, and find something good here. It looks like it's 2 spells.
Yeah, one's a devotee, the other one goes on top. Okay.
All right, this is really tough, really tough spot here. Because if Dallas just finds a dragon, just picks that up, that's game as well.
Yeah.
Removal spells aren't as good, especially with that Sirach in play.
I think that's a maneuver in hand. Oh man, where are the life linkers at? Yeah, knockout maneuver, I think, sitting in hand.
Oh, is it? Okay,
yeah, I think so.
Yeah, if that's the case, you probably just want to go ahead and get that Sirach off the battlefield.
Like right now, yeah.
Yeah. It does give Dallas an extra card. I know Hron hates that.
Yeah, yeah.
Having his opponents up a card in any exchange.
Yeah, but you need to get that guy dead while you can. He's tapped out. So here comes.
Okay, and then now you can put a counter on
Merchant.
Reputable Merchant.
Yeah.
Oh,
Leopard.
okay, I see.
Maybe I missaw it then.
Yeah, because he wants to play around the potential for Dallas to actually play a dragon and pick up the Corroding Dragonstorm.
Gotcha.
So you play the Leopard, and now if Dallas does play a dragon, you can just kill the Dragonstorm in response.
Smart.
Does Sirach? Man, I feel like I have to read Sirach a million times. Yeah. What happens when you target enchantments? Nothing. Okay.
Nothing, yeah. It's just creatures. Yeah. He just cares about creatures on the stack.
I just thought it protects everything.
That would be a little busted.
Yeah. Okay.
Menacey friend. Are you going to make a buddy, or are you going to give him a...
I'm going to go out on a limb here.
Yeah.
But Hron's at 1. I imagine we're just going to want to go
sure,
super wide.
Yep.
Yeah.
Seems decent.
Yeah. But I don't think Dallas has a great attack here, given that the Battle Priest is a 4/6. It just brick walls the Sirach here. So Hron doing his best here.
Now, the
doing
question
his best.
is, if we do have a knockout maneuver, are we knocking out Sirach or this Menace guy?
Well, yeah, it depends on if Hron has another creature to block with. If you have a 4th creature, then you can still use the knockout blow to get the Sirach and block everything that's in play. It still leaves you vulnerable, of course, to a removal spell or something if Dallas has it. But
Gotcha.
So Hron just kind of has to weigh all of those things. It feels so bad, though, to use a removal spell to kill just a 2/1 Menace creature and keep that Sirach in play.
Yeah, because then just more value every single time. This is Sidisi's pet. You said you wanted to call it that, and now I'll keep calling it that. Apprentice. The apprentice in hand. Or assistant. Assistant, yes.
Alchemist assistant.
Alchemist assistant, that's the one. The monkey.
Yeah, the monkey. That's a nice one.
That's a monkey with the fight spell.
Oh,
that's
and
sweet.
Putting a counter on it with the Battle Priest, and then the blow. Yes.
Let's go.
Man, Hron's done this.
Does he have it?
Hron's done this twice. Oh, you draw first. If you draw Snakeskin Veil right now.
Yeah. It's possible to do that. Did he find it?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. He goes.
He would have slammed that thing if he found
3 life. Okay.
4 life, right?
3. He's a 2/1.
Doesn't it? No, he put the counter.
Oh, and he gets a counter. Yeah, one more life.
He put the counter on first with the Battle Priest and then cast the maneuver.
Yes. Yeah. You're right.
So all the way back up to 5. Hron has stabilized here. Wow.
Bloody hell, giving us an aneurysm in the process.
I know. And I think Hron has no cards left. So.
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah. But you know what? He's made really good use of the resources.
Yeah.
Do you want to pick up the Dragonstorm here with the Leopard? You're at 5 life.
I would want to kill that.
I think so too.
Surveil is too good.
And you have a lifelink creature to block with anyways.
Yeah. And just having a look and seeing, do I want to kill a Static Snare rather? I mean,
I don't think you want your opponent to surveil to and drain you here. I don't know. It's close though.
I'm on team don't let them surveil.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool.
The Pro Tour champion agrees with you.
Surveil's strong.
Especially
it's so good.
Like we're kind of in top deck wars at this point, and so that's just going to go such a long way. Especially Hron with 6 lands, he's bound to hit some kind of land pocket soon, and if Dallas can just play out that Dragonstorm, it's just going to go such a long way here to help him come back or put the final few points of damage through. Hron has done an excellent job staying alive here, though.
Yeah. Was he down to 1?
He was down to 1, not 0.
Yeah. All these pros, they're so nonplussed by being at 1 life. It's like, sure, it's fine.
All right.
I'm alive. Life is a resource.
No attacks. That Battle Priest continuing to just stack counters onto these creatures. I wonder if Hron just wants to make a 5/4 here and just smack for 5, gain 5. Now, if you're Dallas' side, what do? Right? Do you double block just to get this 5/4 off the battlefield? Maybe with a token and the prowess creature?
Yeah. I mean, the lifelink comes back later, though.
Dallas at this point probably doesn't have a choice but to do this, and I think Hron's also okay with this trade. It's like, all right, I go to 10 and I kill 2 of your things, and I can just renew this thing and just put counters on the Battle Priest here if I want.
Or even the merchant.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because the Merchant's easier to kill on blocks.
Yeah.
But the Merchant is the one that can continue to grow with the Battle Priest in play.
True, yeah. That makes sense. So 2 critters apiece. Michael has stabilized at 10. Dallas still sitting at a healthy 23. So
Yep.
What does Michael need to draw now to be able to start attacking?
Well, probably not too much here. Actually, Mike choosing not to renew the assistant here, but Dallas does have the ability to continue attacking here with the dragon. So that's still, that's still a clock, right? And he does also have some of these Abzan devotees that we've kind of forgotten about because he's had better things to do with his mana. But there is another devotee in the graveyard.
Yeah, and they're pretty good blockers. They just keep
You
coming
can get
back.
it back, and you can channel the mana. It's 3 mana to return.
Yes.
But you can still cast it because you have the devotee in play. So, yeah, that was a good turn for Dallas. Just playing all the devotees. And in a game like this where it's super grindy, definitely can do something. Now, Hron does need to try to turn this around at some point.
Yeah.
Like, you need to be able to have a big creature with lifelink to pressure Dallas. He's done everything he can, but does need to find something.
Warden.
Ooh, that is a Warden. So you just play the Warden, and then you use the Battle Priest to put a counter on the Warden, and all of a sudden you have Endure 2 on all your things.
Yeah, that's sweet. Oh, I would love to see that. And if we can get the Sage of the Fang or whatever it is as well.
Yeah. Just because I don't think Hron has a great attack here. So I think it's just, you play the Warden, put some counters on it.
Boo, wrong Abzan deck. He doesn't have the Sage.
Oh, Hron?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yeah, well, there are 3 of them, so it's easy to get confused who's got which Abzan card.
See, so at the end of this draft, they should all pull their Abzan
and
deck build like a super deck. Yeah.
Like just Voltron it up. Yeah.
With our powers combined. Big think here from.
Yeah, I am curious about this think just because is there some world where Hron can find an attack? I wonder if he's going, should I, you know what I mean? Because the only play here, it seems, is to just play Warden and grow the Warden, and that's the highest upside play that you can make here.
Yeah. And then hope to find a bunch of creatures to endure a bunch. But again, this flyer is the problem. So
yeah, still need to draw the creatures here for sure.
Oh, he's just going for it straight away.
Is it going to be on the Merchant maybe?
The creature he wants to throw away probably to get the counter on the Warden.
All right, so he's made a 4/4. So it does look like he's setting up for an attack here.
Yeah.
When it dies, then you can put the counter on the Warden. And for Dallas, you still want to block, and you just block with the devotees, right? You're like, all right,
they're just going to come back.
You go to 11, I can just replay them next turn. But if you're on Hron side, hey, that just buys me some more turns, right?
Yeah.
Because now the dragon needs to attack 4 times. And surely in 4 turns, if Hron can find a couple of creatures to play with that Warden, he might be able to just swing for tons of damage and close the game out himself in a couple of turns.
That's the plan. All right, Dallas, what you got?
Oh, okay.
Gurmag Rakshasa.
Yeah, so that can pump the dragon.
Yep. Apply the -2, -2. Get
attack for
+2.
5.
Yep.
No, that is huge, actually, because if you attack for 5, that then becomes a 2-turn clock here for Hron. Hron goes down to 6.
Yeah, and he's got 2 menace creatures alongside the flyer now, so evasion plenty for Dallas Johnson. Hron draws.
Needs to find a nice big creature here. Wow, that was a great draw from Dallas.
Yeah.
A menace creature too. Okay, the life gain was important here, but is it enough?
Counter.
Is it enough?
Oh, boy. And a fence is in the yard, right? Yeah. Boo.
Yeah.
Imagine her entering with 4 endure thingies. Woof.
Oh yeah. So the flyer attacking is the easy part. The thing is, you can also give, because the dragon gives other creatures, I believe, +1/+0.
Yes.
So you can target your menace creature, the 5/5. That gives it 6 power. So even if Hron double blocks, that allows Dallas to kill either the Battle Priest or the Warden. Oh.
Yeah, he's just getting in there. Full swing.
Yeah. Okay, and actually distributing all of the damage here. But now, the Rakshasa will die.
Yeah.
And none of Hron's creatures will die. But this does get Hron to dead unless he can find an answer for the dragon.
Da-dum.
Okay.
Da-dum.
I really like the way that Dallas has been playing this game. Sometimes you lose creatures or you lose a little bit of value, but by doing so, you're giving yourself the opportunity to shorten the clock by a turn and kill Hron and make him top deck something. Hron needs something here for the flyer.
See him give it a bit of a rub there. Like, come on, something.
But he needed something for the flyer and the menace creature, right? Yeah. So he needs to play a creature and kill the flyer? That's really tough. He even found his lifelink card, too. I think this might be it, unless Hron can find an answer for the flyer and play a bunch of tokens.
Don't think that's going to happen here, unfortunately. Stormplane Detainment. Okay, there's an answer, but we still need another
there's a menace creature. Yeah, and Dallas he's gone for it before. He's just going to attack. There's a menace creature and a creature in play. You just attack with both, and Hron will die unless there is something else he has in hand. What a game this has been.
Yeah, this has been sick. Good grief. Another Sand Skitter.
Oh, it looks like he's gotten to not go for it this turn.
Oh. Huh.
Right? Otherwise, why would you play all your stuff now? Well, never mind. That was weird, right? Like you attack first before you do everything. Yeah.
Hey, I'm guilty of that too. I play things in my first main phase all the time.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, I guess if you were committed to making that attack anyways, but just give out less information, all the little things. But you know what? Outside of that, I do think Dallas played this game pretty well.
Yeah.
Like the attacks that he made just put himself in a position to win. Although I will say, I do think it still would have been better to target the Rakshasa because it's going to get double blocked. You get to kill a creature that way. You still get in for the damage from the menace creature. That would have put Hron down to 2 anyways. But you would put Hron to 2 instead of 1, but you would still be able to kill one of the big creatures that Hron had on his side of the battlefield.
Plenty of little micro decisions to be made in these matches, but one micro decision you shouldn't have to make because it's a simple one is go check out the flash sale, which ends on Monday. That's tomorrow. Boo. Monday we don't like, but we like Sunday because 10% off on all Magic the Gathering promotional singles at StarCityGames.com. So go check it out. Get yourself something nice. Man. Hron has been doing one hell of a job clawing back from the brink of death.
Yeah, he is making the most out of every single card in his deck.
It's crazy. Let's see what sideboard cards we have for Dallas, if there's anything worth bringing in.
It looks like Dallas is taking out a synchronized charge. That could certainly be a play-draw type situation as well. But he did see the Stormplane Detainment, so it looks like he wants to bring in extra disenchant effects.
He's got a leopard himself,
Yeah, it looks like a leopard's coming in. So a leopard, and I also saw a Reclamation come in, which is the Heritage Reclamation, which is another disenchant effect. And if you have nothing to disenchant, you can still exile cards from graveyard and draw a card. So nice. Solid sideboard card as well for the matchup.
Yeah, he doesn't have all that many goodies in the sideboard. He's playing most of the good stuff.
Yeah, you will see that a fair amount of the time in this format because you're spending so many picks on not only cards to go into your deck, but also mana fixing. So instead of taking cards that might end up in your sideboard, you're taking lands, right? You're taking Blossoming Sands, you're taking Evolving Wilds. So your sideboard just will always be smaller than your typical draft deck because you just have many more lands that you need to put into your deck, and you have to spend the mid picks of the draft to take those lands as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Players getting shuffled up here. Michael Hron would love to remain undefeated because it makes the way to the top 8 much, much simpler.
Yeah. Our only undefeated player here.
Yeah. What would the kids say? Nature is healing. Old school Magic, limited masters coming back to.
Yeah, and you know what? This is the exact type of format that I think the old school players really love.
Yeah.
Grindy, lots of card draw, good removal, multicolor, lots of decisions. Those are the types of things that I think at least the old school Magic players really enjoy playing.
Is there land in this hand? Because he's got some good stuff in there. 2?
I see 2.
Yeah.
But he is on the play. And I don't know if he has green mana. And Dallas on a mulligan, though, and I think Hron's keeping. It looks like a Scoured Barrens and a Swamp or a Plain, so might need a green source here. But
yeah, because he's got Leopard in hand. He's got the Warden.
Yeah.
Turn 3 Warden would be fantastic. Yeah, the Stormplane Detainment, possibly? Yeah. No, that's the Jade Sentinel thing.
Dallas going, let me play a 2-drop, 2-drop into Sirach.
Yeah.
Into, right? He's just will it into existence.
Sirach, Elusive Hunter.
Oh.
Wow.
Going 2-5. Now, Dallas is up a game here, but this is definitely not what you want to see. A win here would be tremendous here for Dallas, as it would put him in excellent position to top 8. With a loss, it's going to be a lot tougher. It's going to be a lot tougher. You do not have many losses to give in, an over 1,000-person tournament. There's just so many people where you really need a fantastic record to make the top 8.
Absolutely. All right, Dallas.
Hron's like, you know what? You went to 5. I'm just pounding the top of your deck. Good luck.
Let's see. Shake of the head. Doesn't like it.
Yeah,
I think you got to keep it.
I don't think there's any 5 you're happy with, right?
No.
It's like 2 lands or 3 lands, 2-drop, 3-drop, and then just hope that the rest of the cards line up the way that you want.
Oh, boy. Gain land to start things off here for Hron.
But I think Hron also kept kind of a... Forest, I think, off the top.
Yeah, I did not see a Forest in that hand.
That was a big draw.
Kitty.
You did say before, right? Luck, skill, victory.
Uh-huh.
You need all of those things to do well at these events. Dallas kept a 1-lander.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. This is going to be over quick. Oh, wow. And Hron with 2-drop, 3-drop. Okay.
All right. It's a land.
I know, but it's a tap land, and it's no creature in play. If Hron plays just a 2-drop, 3-drop, and a 4-drop creature, I mean, what can Dallas even play, right? It's just going to be really tough.
He's sitting on his hands for the time being and taking 5 here. So down to 13 he goes. Follow up here. The Warden.
Oh, my gosh.
Woo!
That is really strong. Okay. What you got, Dallas? You need a land and maybe a removal spell. That is not going to get it done.
I love to smile before he's
real. Like, yeah, well, what can I do? Yeah, Warden of the Grove. Maybe Hron. Maybe we will finally get to see some enduring occurring here with the Warden of the Grove. Here's a 4-drop.
Hey, nice. Dragonback Lancer gets to endure 1.
Do we want a 4/4 flyer?
Yes.
It does let you play around Caustic Exhale.
I want a Flappy Flyer. That would be wonderful.
Yeah. Can also go wide.
Mm-hmm.
Can't really go wrong with either, so.
Okay, goes for the critter.
Yep.
Just makes the board wider and gets in there with the entire team.
All right. Blocks that. Now you get to put a +1/+1 counter on something. Maybe it's
Warden,
the 1/1 token.
Warden. No.
No, you don't need it. Yeah.
I know.
The Warden will be killed if it needs to be killed, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, this is just over.
Yeah, oof, man, that's rough for Dallas.
Well, here with Dallas, you can just be like, look, I hope you got your Warden draw out of the way.
Yeah.
Do not play that anymore, please. And I'm on the play here. I have a really nice, aggressively slanted Abzan deck. Can turn things around. It's really hard it's going to be really hard to win on a Multi 5, especially against an opponent like Hron, who's also 2-0 in this pod.
Absolutely. If you would like to stay up to date with all the latest Magic and other TCG news, be sure to sign up for the Star City Games newsletter. You'll get emails on upcoming deals, events, and new card previews. So be sure to go and check it out, starcitygames.com/newsletter. You'll be told about stuff like, Minneapolis, which is coming up next, or go order Tokyo Dragonstorm because it's a sweet set, or go and buy some singles, which is 10% off. So these are all the things that you'll get in your inbox from Star City Games, so be sure to go and sign up for the newsletter.
All right, looks like we still got some sideboarding here. Hron going, okay, I am on the draw. Does that change anything?
I see a Desperate Measures in the front there.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, do you really want to use that to kill an Abzan devotee? Like,
no, you give it to your creature when it dies. You get 2 cards.
What are you killing?
Skull clamp, skull clamp. You don't kill
yeah,
anything.
well,
with
you
it.
know, it's not skull clamp though, because skull clamp gets to do it infinite times.
Yep. Oh, fine. But it's skull clamp that's
It's
not
a
on
one
stick.
clamp. Yeah.
Fine, whatever. It's still 2 cards, okay? It's limited. What do you want from me?
yeah. Yeah. I'm not sold.
Nah, boo.
Oof.
I think it's cool.
I think if you're Mardu,
Yeah,
it's
it's
good.
Mardu. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But, you know, even so. Combat tricks seem to be pretty good and limited, so.
Did he bring it in? I think he left it in the sideboard,
Nah, he
right?
probably left it in the sideboard, yeah.
Hey, definitely consideration on the draw if you're just afraid of getting run over.
Mm.
You're up a card, kinda, right? Because you get to draw you're the first one to draw the card for a turn, so
Yeah.
it's a consideration.
Players presenting their decks to each other. Hopefully, Dallas's draws treat him a little better. We won a good game here, sirs.
Right.
Please and thank you.
Dallas is on 16 lands,
Oh, yeah?
so maybe that's also leaning into it. And I don't see any ways to get lands. So
No, it doesn't have any monuments or anything
probably
like that.
should play 17. But
17 lands, not just a cool website. Scout Barons kicking things off here for Michael. Swamp on Dallas's side of things. Hopefully more than just the one land. Yay! Yay!
Right.
Stuff! Things! Hooray. What we got there? Looks like we have a piercing exhale in hand.
did H1 keep another hand with no green mana? Oh, no, he might have one. No.
I
It's hard to
don't know.
Oh, that was a Sirach, I think.
Ooh. Attack first. Yes, there we go.
Okay. Wow, and this is an amazing start. Now he's got the 2 mana into the 3 mana rare.
Yeah, it was a
Can
wowzy.
Hron find something here? Did he keep a 2-lander? I think he kept a 2-lander. I don't think he has something here.
Oh,
Oh, no.
that's not good.
Yeah, that's a Dragon's Prey, but needed a land here.
Ugh.
And is he going to have to discard this turn?
Yeah, it's
he
8 cards in
might.
hand, yeah.
Oh, that is brutal. Just a really tough way to end things if that's how this closes out, just because
Yeah.
the game 1 was so good.
Both decks were like, that's all we got, man.
Yeah, I got one game in me. I got one good game in me. Yeah. Now, this is brutal, especially with Dallas's start here.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, and-
yeah, I'm going to drop a 6-drop into the bin.
Yep, that certainly makes sense. And Dallas going, okay, well, you know, it happened to me once. It's only fair that it happens to you.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, boy. Reputable Merchant. And
Yeah.
now, what,
Target.
6 damage coming through?
7.
Yeah, he's a 4-3.
Yeah, this is going to end extremely quickly if Hron can't find an untapped land here to kill the Sirach.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Boo! That is going to do it. Dallas Johnson picks up the win and see the relief on his face.